Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be playing and looking at the Object 260. So this is basically, it's a Russian heavy tank, and at the time of releasing, when this was released, I really thought it was the new IS-7. I really thought it was a really good tank, a lot different. Very similar to the IS-7, but equally like a lot different. I just thought it was better in most ways, other than the armor profile. Now, I do run it with the pike nose camouflage. Yeah, it's okay. It's a bit different, nothing too special. But what is the tank like, and is this tank worth getting? So we're going to look into a game, and then we're going to talk about the tank itself. But before that, let's have a look at the stats of the tank. So it does have the combat stabilization, which is personally my worst game mechanic. I don't use it really. I don't see how it affects that much. It's basically you can move at a 5 kilometers per hour without your aiming circle going bigger. Some people might like it. I just don't use it, so it doesn't benefit me at all. Now, your turret is actually pretty strong. There are some weak points, but overall your turret is fairly strong at 260 millimeters. Your hull, however, is quite weak. Now, it is a pike nose, so of course you can get the armor profile better on that pike nose if you're looking directly at the enemy, and then as soon as you start to angle, then that's when your armor becomes a lot weaker. However, I just don't think nowadays the tank is that strong. I prefer the IS-7 all day long over this tank, but it didn't used to be. When the tank was first released, I really thought this was going to be the next IS-7, but yeah, the IS-7 has come back and yeah, wipes the park of the Object 260, in my opinion anyway. So your damage per minute is actually pretty decent at 2,945. That is actually with running calibrated shells. So a tank like an IS-7, you can get over 3,000 DPM. So that sense, you know, you can't complain about the DPM. Very good DPM. That is an 8.15 second reload. Your penetration is 276 on your AP, 353 on your heat, and 73 on your HE. So again, can't really complain too much about your penetration. You do, however, have a 400 alpha gun, and the IS-7 has about 460, so that's the only downfall really. So a lot of your shots you will be doing below the 400 mark. Your heat is 340 and your HE is 500. Your aim time is decent, you know, 3 seconds for what it is, not too bad. And your gun dispersion, yeah, it's okay, nothing too special at 0.326, but you do only have 6 degrees of gun depression, so you don't have much gun depression at all. So do bear that in mind if you do need to get on them ridges. Top speed of 50 kilometers an hour, which is actually very nice. It's always good. I love a heavy that does that's fast. I love a heavy that's fast, because it just makes it so you don't always have to play it like a heavy. You see my previous video with the 5A, if you wanted to, because it's quick, you can always go with the mediums and you can get there pretty quickly and help them out. I'd rather come up against a medium with other mediums of my team than heavies that are looking directly at me, that can penetrate me very easily and that can do a lot of damage. That's how I personally like to play. So yeah, I mean, with the speed 50 kilometers an hour, you go faster than some mediums. So your average speed is 33 as well, so not too bad. So let's get into a game. With this game, to be fair, you're going to see the struggles. Like it can perform, you can do a lot of damage. I do a decent amount of damage this game, but for me, it's not one of those tanks that is great at carrying. Like if you're on your own against a few tanks, it is very difficult to be able to carry. You're not going to bounce too much because, again, your armor profile I don't think is just good enough. Yeah, again, you can bounce if you're angled or if you're lucky. I mean, here, for example, I've already bounced 920, but that is coming from that side of the D area where it is quite a long distance away. So close combat battles, you will struggle to get some bounces unless you're in a hold down position, of course, and they can only see your turret and you're making it difficult. Other than that, you're not going to get too many bounces in this thing. Now, do I think the tank is worth buying? Now, I sold the tank a long time ago because personally I just prefer the IS-7. The IS-7 is a tech tree tank, and it's free. So, you know, I personally wouldn't waste my money on this tank. Obviously I have now, but I have a long time ago. I just got the tank back to make videos, and I got a lot of gold when I opened them lock boxes or whatever the music boxes. So I thought I'd buy all the tanks that I previously sold back. So yeah, I mean, we've lost a bit of hit points now. We are winning at the moment. So it is a 6 versus 4 at the moment. There is a Death Star that we do need to be very, very careful of. And that shot there just sucked. Come on, like, really? I know I didn't see him, but it always happens. Like, the only part of the Death Star's turret that you can bounce, and he freaking bounced. However, as you can see, some of these shots that I'm taking have quite good accuracy for what the tank is. It is a Russian heavy tank. The accuracy is actually pretty decent for the tank it is. So far 2,100 damage. Now stupidly, I'm not looking. I should have been looking, and that potentially, because I've just lost concentration there just to try and focus this T22, I've lost most of my hit points, and that could become crucial later on in the battle, because I now only have 600 hit points left. So I'm a 1-shot to the Death Star, I'm a 2-shot to the Emil. I mean, he's an auto loader, so just 2 quick shots and I'm gone. And the STB and the T22, I'm basically a 2-shot to them as well, 3-shot if I'm lucky. So losing that hit points against the Emil was very stupid. Very, very stupid of me indeed. Now, the Emil decides to drop down to try and clear the FV4005. The right move, to be fair. I'm surprised he still hasn't killed him at the moment, which is great. I mean, you can look at me all day long. At least he stays alive. But we're losing. We are losing now. I mean, basically we are losing. I am going to take a shot from the Emil, but luckily I get just below this hill here, enough for him not to be able to get a shot. Now, I did kind of mess up on that shot there. I'm rushing it. I want him dead, but I do manage to kill him with just now 2 tanks left alive. But sadly, I am a 1-shot to this STB, get a shot off, and yeah, it's too little, too late, I'm afraid, and he does come around, and he's just got too many hit points. If I wouldn't have lost the 600-700 hit points to the previous Emil, then I may have been able to salvage this game. I may have had the hit points, enough hit points to potentially be able to deal with the STB. But at one point, I'm thinking, even this game, I'm thinking like, are we going to win this? We could actually win this on points, and if we win this, that would be very, very good. But yeah, right in the dying seconds, I mean, let's just fast forward it a little bit, because right at the dying seconds, the STB comes alive. And fair play to the STB, like, he actually raced around the map to kill me, to try and help his team. And that probably actually won him the game. It wasn't enough for an ace, unfortunately, but I'll take a first class, 5k damage, first class on a loss. That's not too bad, to be fair. But fair play to their mediums, especially the STB. He definitely won them this game. So overall, it's not a tank that I love. It's not a tank that I would recommend. I do think it needs changes, maybe a bit more armor. The DPM is fine as it is, but yeah, it's not a tank that I would personally waste my gold on if it does come back in the store. But let me know what you guys think of the Object 260 in the comments below. Is it a tank that you love, or is it a tank that you hate? Now, I actually thought this tank was going to be in the top 5 lowest performing tanks. It's not. It's not in there. However, it is in the bottom 5 of the lowest average damage tanks in tier 10. So that for me isn't a surprise. However, I did think it would be in the top 5 lowest win rate, but you know, it's not. So people are actually performing in this tank. Are you one of them? Do you love it? Let me know in the comments below. But for now, hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I'll catch you all soon. Bye bye.